Health is wealth, and hygiene is everything. You know, health is wealth. No matter what size you is, you gotta aim toward a little more of a way more of a healthy diet for some. You know, and always keep your hygiene up, man, because hygiene is everything for real, man. And one of the things that cause bad hygiene is the stuff y'all use on y'all bodies. Like we got to get back to a more natural way, cause I seen it helped me from when I started using natural soap in 2014. It changed a lot. You know what I mean? Even if, cause even before I was using natural soap, I still always washed up and took showers all the time. You know what I mean? Made sure I kept myself up with that. But certain deodorants and certain soaps create odors. It create odors, and you will have to be, right after your shower or something. In the middle of the day, you might get musty again. But that's because the certain chemicals and certain shit um, adds a whole bunch of iron, aluminum, adds a bunch of aluminum and metals into your body and your bloodstream. And that's how people be having boils up under their arms and all that. They don't know that come from the deodorants and soaps they use. A lot of people hair get thin and brittle, come from the shampoo y'all use. You know what I mean? People feet stink and stuff like that. Even if they take showers every day, but their feet stink and got to put powder all in their shoes and stuff like that. It comes from the soap y'all use and the stuff y'all eat too. The chemical foods y'all eat. A lot of that poison be trying to escape out y'all body, so it escape out your feet, your crevices, your armpits, and all that. So health is wealth. You know what I mean? And hygiene is everything. Yeah, you'll live longer if you watch what you put in your body and put on your body. You know, and some people be big, some people be skinny, but it's some skinny people that's unhealthy. You know, and I was watching my man JT the Bigger Figure today. He got a channel called Feel More Africa. Shout out to JT the Bigger Figure, man. He but he was like he having a ball living his life. I clicked on it and he was at his apartment and it had a little gym in there and a swimming pool. he was on the treadmill, like hey, I'm about to try and get on this treadmill. Now this nigga skinny as a sheet of paper, man. And it's this nigga on the treadmill. All he could do was like a quarter of a mile. He was out of gas. He like shit. He got off the treadmill and then he hopped in the swimming pool. Boom, he dived in. Boom. And he did a little swim, hopped out, and then dived back in and boom. Y'all should go watch it. Then he did a little swim and came back. This nigga was out of gas. He ain't do no full lap of the pool. He just did like a little swim and little something. It was like, man, I can't. He got out that pool like I can't keep doing this. I'm out of gas. He like, woo. He was tired as hell. I'm like, you see what I'm saying? Like, oh, health is wealth, man. He ain't, he don't eat clean. I see some of the stuff he eat. When I watch some of his videos, he don't eat cleanly. and that wears you down no matter if you skinny or fat. Because when I get on the tread machine, I'm about to get back on it every day, but I get on it, every blue moon, not blue moon, but you know, I go in workout spurts, and then I be chilling in spurts. But when I'm on my workout spurts, man, I get on there and do a mile like it ain't nothing. I go a mile and a half, and then I hop on the exercise bike and do a couple miles on there, and I'm a big fella, man. You know, it, it's about what you eating and what you putting in your body, man. No matter what size you is. Like you know, I like small frame women, and the majority of the women I talk to is small frame right now. I love a skinny, slim, small frame woman, but that don't matter. Like I like, I like all types of women, if they bigger or not. But I can't see myself messing with a big girl, like trying to be with her if she ain't eating clean. Like I will mess with a big girl, but if you got to be eating clean. Like I can't stand for a big person that ain't trying to do nothing, better for themselves. Like just stuck in that mode, in that mind frame. It is what it is. I'm still gonna eat my Doritos and Cheetos and cram it down like you gonna kill yourself. You gonna have diabetes. Like how you gonna be good to somebody? Slim people got diabetes too and high blood pressure too. But I can't stand nobody that. Well, I can't say I can't stand, but I'm just saying like the mind state. I'm talking about the mind state, not the person. The mind state of that. Like I can't stand that when a person just don't care about themselves. That mind state that's a satanic mind state, you know. And we all have to get better in certain ways and stuff like that. Even though I eat vegan, it's other goals I'm gonna accomplish too. Like I'm about to, like in a week or so, I'm about to try all raw vegan for a week. Like no cooked foods and mostly salads and avocados and nuts, my peanuts and raisins and cashews and little shit like that, man. Raw cashews, make my ranch. And I'm gonna try that for a week. Mostly all vegetables and fruits. Only thing I'm gonna eat is peanuts too. I guess they cook. I don't know. Peanuts and raisins. I don't know. But I'm not gonna cook no meals like I usually cook. You know how y'all see me cook on here. We just gotta have certain goals. But I could see myself messing with a bigger female and going with her and but she would have to be like eating clean and don't want to be sick and be heading already on some organic and you know want to do better in life because just on that, I don't care. We all gonna die one day. That's death culture thinking, man. That junk can lead you straight to the grave, man. And it's a you think different than your actions are different than when you live like that. You know, like we all got to get better in certain ways, and I think I'm just like a natural big fella, even though I'm not big as I was once I changed my eating habits. I'm smaller than I was, so I probably can get smaller and more fit and stronger, especially when I start hitting this gym every day. But I go in spurts. I might go hard this week and not do nothing the next week. Then I get back on it. But we finna get on it because I got my car all the way tight now. So I'm be going to get my son and taking him to the gym, back on our gym stuff like we was. get him back in boxing. He was his coach's favorite student in there. His coach loved him, and he been wanting to go back. But my car's been kind of funny, man. I've been needing new parts and all type of stuff, and I got my car all the way tight now. So I'm about to start going to get my son and getting him up in there. Yup. And then when I get him in there, I'm about to start hitting that weight room in there more. That elliptical machine, baby. Like I don't think I'll never be skinny, you know, or nothing like that. But at least I want to do something better for myself. I ain't got that deaf mind state. Like man, I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. I'm gonna eat this and eat that and go to restaurants. Like I don't eat no restaurant food. Nobody could cook for me. It's nothing in a gas station or the corner stores that I would even put in my system to digest. Most of them don't even have water I would drink. You know, like it's nothing I can find at the store to buy no snacks and stuff like that. Even at most grocery stores, I can't even go in there and get a snack and nothing because I don't eat none of that stuff. You know, so it's your health is your wealth, and I see people that's skinny dying every day from cancer, you know, high blood pressure, heart attacks. A lot of people falling off from heart attacks too. And I don't want to get this video took down, but all I'm gonna say is that one medical decision that came up, you know, not too long ago, when everybody had to wear masks and all that, when that stuff popped off, and when you weren't using your brain and just following what media, you know, told you and propaganda, and people lined up to get that one thing, a lot of people out here just falling like flies, man, or just cancer just popping up out the blue in them, man. You know, all type of stuff, and people ain't blaming that. You know that's the last thing they blaming. Once they, you know, I don't know what they call that, but uh, I'm trying to slick way to say the ouchie wouchie, or you know, when you was little and you had to go get those one things and you be scared, they put the band-aid on after they, you know, stab you. Yeah, man, that was something serious, man. And so many people done dropped like flies after that. You know, y'all got to use discernment. A lot of people ain't got discernment either. And the people who ain't got discernment is the people that don't care about their health, that will eat anything. Because a lot of the foods y'all eat calcify y'all pineal gland, and you get a lot of discernment from your pineal gland being uncalcified because you think better, you think clearer. You know what I mean when you watch what you eating. And it be the smartest people that had straight A's and B's in school don't even think to turn around and turn turn their food around and read the ingredients, and then look up the ingredients. Like when I was in school, I had straight F's and D's and shit like time, or sometimes I had a few C's, maybe a B or an A in gym class, but you know, and all that. But when 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 it was time to use real brain power and common sense, I I started using that. Started reading what I eat, read the back of shit. Stop falling for anything. I always, you know, was a picky eater. Even as my biggest, I still, you know, I was picky eater. Like I had to have the cleanest of pork, even when I ate pork, or the cleanest of meats and shit like that. I didn't like any ass, you know, nasty hot dogs and stuff like that. I had to have the cleanest ones and shit like that. So people ain't got no discernment. They eat anything but wear $1,000 clothes and Gucci's and drive the freshest car, spend all their money on the newest cars and shit like that, but eating a bag of Funyuns and pouring candy down their throat as a grown person and sipping sodas and all that. Like, man, you gotta break those old ways, them like generational curses. Like people, it be older people that look down on drug users. Even drugs is a bad thing too. A lot of people on drugs now too, man. All type of drugs, but drugs is a bad thing. Tears you down. Messed up. People gotta watch what they doing. All that's why I cut that smoking weed, all that junk out. I don't want none of that, man. Straight on all that. But a person to look down on a drug addict, like man, hey, drug addict, but they don't know they addicted to a worse drug. Like crack addicts and cocaine addicts addicted to cane, but Pepsi addicts and Coca Cola addicts addicted to cane too. Y'all just addicted to the sugar cane plant, and the other people addicted to the cocoa leaf plant. They brothers. It's the same shit, and they got to step on it the same way. Hit it with all that acetone and all that. They do the same thing to y'all sugar. Yeah. And people addicted to it. Like just like a crackhead need a crack rock every day, a Pepsi head need a Pepsi every day. But one thing about that crack and that Pepsi, the Pepsi gonna tear your body down worse than the crack do. People just neglect themselves when they smoke crack and do cocaine. They neglect themselves, but people who drink Pepsi and eat Snickers and pound cake and all that shit every day, man, they be in wheelchairs, legs cut off, taking medicine all day and all night, fingers chopped off and all that, but still gotta have that damn Pepsi. Still gotta have that pop, man. Still gotta have some type of a treat. Like a person to be 70 years old, but gotta have a treat like a kid, a candy bar. Like who more addicted? The crackhead or you? Both of y'all coke heads, except for that cocaine head and you a Coca Cola head. Like man, you know, this ain't to down nobody. What I be saying is to build people up. You know, I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect, man. You know, but I'm be striving more to get perfect. You feel me? One of the lies they told you that ain't no man could never be perfect, but in the Bible it tells you to strive to be perfect. And I bet in other, the different religions and cultures, it might say that too. But people just follow the religious aspect and don't be really reading what them books be having in it. Like you got to chew through all these books. You gotta chew the meat and spit out the bones. You know what I mean? And people just be following something and being something, but ain't really following it. Like ain't really reading the Bible, ain't really reading the Quran or reading whatever whatever your religion is. You gotta really, chew up the meat, spit out the bones. For real. Like man. And a lot of cultures it tells you to strive to be perfect and to heal yourself and to heal your body and to eat clean and the way to keep your hygiene clean and stuff like that. I see a lot of that stuff in the Bible. I don't believe everything in the Bible because the man tampered with it. All this stuff been tampered with, but you can find hidden gems and all this stuff, man. You feel me? Yeah. So I back to what I started off first. Health is wealth, and hygiene is everything, man. I'm done with this video.